You know, there's a video going around by a comedian, and that comedian is mocking our essential heroes. You think a comedian is a essential or a non-essential hero? I'll leave you to think on that for a minute. But I had an interesting conversation today. I went and talked to science. You know what science told me? Science turned around and gave me a giant middle finger to my face because I have not listened to science. And these comedians going around, they're not listening to science. Now I listen to science. You see that pull-up bar up there? That's something science gave us.
Well, this certain comedian going around talking about the non-essential heroes, mocking the TikTok videos, mocking the nurses. I'll have him know, this non-essential comedian whose name just happens to rhyme with slide. My brother is a nurse, and my brother passed away consoling people dying in mass.
My brother's not the only nurse. My mother is also a nurse who also has saved many lives from Karanka. Is that funny too, Scan? My aunt is also a nurse. Yes, she can twerk with the best of them, and she saves lives. Did you ever think that maybe it's a false dialectic? That you can't twerk and also save a life? What if you have a perfect frame? You know, you're over here mocking people's physiognomy, you know? I think every nurse is beautiful. I think every nurse is a 10. Even the male nurses. Beauty. Even if they have the giant side butt or butt on their back or whatever you were mocking. In my view, that person is still a 10. Did you ever consider that maybe that ass on their back could also be viewed as a 10 in itself? No, because you judge people on the basis of their exterior. I judge it on the basis of heart. Because my heart tells me that you're down. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? That's what I want to know, first of all.
Slide wants to mock looks. He wants to mock. And well, let's give him credit. He's a 10. Okay. He's hot. Yeah. My mom, also hot nurse. But my mom also just passed away as a nurse, consoling people from Karanka. How do you feel about that? You think, oh, ha ha ha, let's just sit around, let's mock everything, ha 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 ha. But there's a famous line by a poet maybe you've not heard, maybe you want to go think about. It's called Looking in the Mirror. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. What you think about that for a little bit? Poet that I like to refer to as the king. Why don't you go spend some time researching and figure out who that is before you go popping off. Popping off. You know, do you ever think that maybe twerking consoled people? Maybe those millions of people passing away in those war zones were consoled from the twerking. See, this is the value of philosophy. And this is what happens when we get these comics popping off, right? They've never read Heidegger. If Heidegger were here right now, you know what he'd say? He'd say, pop it off, twerk. Heidegger would have Mr. Slide twerking. Heidegger would be stuffing fucking German bills in his whitey-tighties. as that twerking's going on.
And what would Mr. Slide do with all those German marks in his whitey tighties? He'd go blow it on hoes. Cheap hoes. That's what we're talking about here. Throwing away livelihood, throwing away wisdom, insight. Comedians, non-essential heroes. Nurses, essential heroes.
Oh, I'm a comedian. Oh, I'm better than the doctors. Oh, I'm better than the doctors. Ha ha. You know who's better? As a Doctor Strange, Doctor Who, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Feelgood. All better than you.